What's up, guys? Where Ocean Lies Ahead. My name's Josh. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Troy. I'm the drummer.
I'm Levi. I play guitar.
Okay, so the clip that we just played is it's called Assent. It's the introduction into our EP called Ataraxia. Basically, it's just setting the tone for finding like peace and harmony, which is kind of what this EP is a little bit about.
Ataraxia was actually the first song that we had written with the current lineup, with the exception of Josh. And it was actually the first song that set the actual writing style of the EP in a way.
I guess when I first came into the band, when I was trying to write lyrics and everything, I really wanted to set, like, set kind of like boundaries of how I wanted people to like perceive us and like understand the lyrics and everything. So this was the first song that I really wrote lyrics for, and I tried to make it really meaningful. When we called it Ataraxia, it was supposed to represent like being at peace with yourself and like being prepared for whatever comes next, say if you're a guest or something like that. But basically it's just lining everything up for the songs that come after.
Alright, so Nautilus was the second track on the EP, and it's kind of a unique song in that it was written kind of separate. I was in California at the time, and the band was in El Paso. And Ray, our bassist, wrote the intro riff to it, and he sent it through Facebook messages, and then I heard it, and then, I don't know, it was kind of composed in a weird way, so it was written before we even practiced it, so that was pretty cool.
Basically, I guess the concept for Nautilus, it's kind of like when you're younger and like somebody tells you a story, or like your parents tell you like an old wives' tale or something. Like you take that into your head, and yeah, you might forget some parts of it, but you carry that with you, and it kind of influences your life, like in your life decisions. So like when you hear something, and at the time it doesn't really mean anything to you, but then something happens, like I don't know, maybe you lose somebody or some crazy thing happens with you and your friends, and it really it kind of takes you forward in your life and sets you up for different, I guess, different and newer stories.
So Perierat was our first song that we wrote collectively as a band, kind of written from scratch, and I think every member contributed equally to that song. It's probably the most aggressive song we have on the EP.
It being our more heavy song, I wanted the lyrics to be, I guess, a little different since it is a little more fast-paced. Perierat, it means lost in Latin. So the song's about being lost, not physically, but more mentally, like being lost in your head. So the idea is kind of like, I guess when something upsets your boundaries and kind of throws you back a little bit, you kind of overthink it and overanalyze, and you start to lose yourself. That's kind of what this song's about. It's more setting up the feeling for the song that comes after, but it's probably one of my more favorite songs.
The way this song really came about was we felt in the mood to write new stuff, but we really wanted to write a more dynamic song and not so much heavy like the rest of the songs. And our bassist Ray really had the first part at the beginning, and we went based off of that, but it was really a struggle to come up with parts that fit in with it.
When I first got into the band, well, not when I got into the band, but when I tried out for the band, this was probably like the 4th or 5th song that they showed me, and when I heard it, it was really, I guess you'd say, like, forthcoming. Like, it really had brought out a lot of emotions in me. I don't know why, but when I wrote the lyrics for this song, I wanted to use brother not more for the word, even though physically for me, like, I lost my brother. So I tried to make this song kind of revolve around that, but I used the word brother as a symbol for, like, a family member or a friend that might have passed away. And from that, it kind of just spurred out. Like, the lyrics just flowed right out of me, and I wrote them down afterwards. So this being the more moody song, more emotional, this song might hit home for a lot of people because of the way it's played and because of the lyrics.
Eulogy, we originally didn't have a concrete name for that song, and I remember Ray came up with the name Eulogy, and this was before we even met Josh, and when he brought the lyrics for that song, it kind of took that song to a whole deeper meaning for Josh, and when I hear that song, like, I feel like chills from it because it's kind of a haunting song, even though for me it has nothing to do with me personally. Like, I can hear it in Josh's voice, so for me that's like the more emotional song on the EP, and I don't know, it's pretty cool.
I chose my foundation.
We decided to end the EP on the strongest song that we probably had, and that ended up being Alaska, and we typically end our sets with that song, so it made sense to end the EP with that song.
I guess when I wrote the lyrics for Alaska, I wanted it to obviously end the EP really well and set up for our next EP, which we'll release eventually. But the lyrics are basically like, I guess your parents bring you into this world and they expect the best for you, so they set everything up for you, and you kind of inherit this life from them. Like, you inherit mannerisms, ideas, and stuff like that. I guess it's kind of just you building a foundation for yourself, and I mean, it sets up what we're going to be talking about on our next EP really well. So I hope you guys enjoy this song and our EP.
Alaska is the last song on our EP because it's probably the best song to end more strongly, and it leaves a lot more last impression, and that's why we have it last, and that's why we play it last live. Fuck, dude. I like meeting.
We decided to end the EP with Alaska because fuck, bitch, I was ready to. Alaska is a good. Fuck.